Welcome back to Academy Lanes in Haverhill, Massachusetts for the second half of the first string of the final match in the Ladies Pro Series three-person team event, otherwise known as Rose Between Two Thorns. And in this match, the team of Norm Pelletier, Kim Pelletier, and Joe Smith are leading Jim Ayotte, Christy Lipke, and Bob Whitcomb by I think it was 27 pins through the first half. As Norm Pelletier is on the right lane and Jim Ayotte on the left. Norm has 61 through 5 now. He has 71 through the 6th. Jim Ayotte with an 8-box. That gives him 57 through 6. Meanwhile, Kim Pelletier has 58 with a ball working through 5. Christy Lipke with 45, also with a ball working. And Joe Smith has had a 72 half, while Bob Whitcomb had 64. Norm Pelletier with actually both bowlers with 5 drops and splits with wood. And nice bid by Norm, but pretty tough to convert all 5 pins of that split. And Jim also gets 3. So they're both going to have open boxes on the 7th. Norm Pelletier with 9. He's got 80 through 7. Jim Ayotte with a nice 10. This, as you recall, I mentioned, is a 2-string match. The Ladies Pro Series final round is always a 2-string match. So despite the somewhat commanding lead by Norm, Kim, and Joe, this is it's still early in the match. Plenty of time to go. Norm Pelletier with the 7-10 split with some wood. And he gives it a nice try. Maybe a little too high on that wood, but that was certainly what he was trying to do. And Jim Ayotte with the 2-4-5-7 came a little bit too full. And let's see, that's going to be a 9 for Norm and an 8 for Jim. As they move into the 9th box, Norm Pelletier with a 7 drop. He has the 2, 8, and 10 with a couple of pieces of wood to the right of the 2 pin. You might be able to do something with that. And that goes. That's a nice shot by Norm Pelletier for a spare in the 9th. Jim Ayotte is looking at an 8 drop. Makeable spare there, as you can see, with the wood. But he goes by on the right. Went by that. That was a head pin, 1-7. Here's another look at the spare, and you'll see that same piece of wood takes out all 3 pins, the 2, 8, and 10. Goes back and takes out the 8 and then bounces over into the 10. That's a nice shot by Norm Pelletier in the 9th. And he will fill with a very light, he's on the head pin, but very light, and he takes out the 1, 2, 3, and 4. That gives him 103 through the 9th. Meanwhile, Jim Ayotte with a 9 drop. He's got the 6 pin piece of wood. Good chance to make a spare in the 10th. And Jim has the spare in the 10th. Give him a chance to break 100 anyway. He's got 95 plus a ball. He'll add the fill. And then we'll look at the scoreboard. That's going to be a 7 fill for Jim Ayotte. So we will look at the score, and you can see that at this point, Norm, Kim, and Joe are leading by 31 pins with a string and a half to go, as Kim Pelletier and Kristy Lipke will take over. Kristy Lipke on lane 7, Kim Pelletier on lane 8. Kim working on a spare. She misses the head pin, but gets a nice break and drops 8, leaving the 1 and 3. Kristy Lipke with a 5 drop. She also on the left side. A nice piece of wood behind the head pin, and that was exactly what she was trying to do, pretty much, but for some reason the 10 didn't quite go. That 3 pin went in front of the 10, hit the wall, and didn't take it out. So, matching 9 boxes in the 6th. Kim Pelletier has 75 through 6. Kristy has 59. And again, they both go to the left side of the head pin. Kim Pelletier with a 4 horseman right side. And that goes. Perfect shot there. She ran it right down. And Kristy Lipke not to be outdone with the spare as well. Let's take a look at both of these. Very nice textbook conversion of the 4 horsemen right there by Kim Pelletier. And meanwhile, Kristy Lipke makes pretty much the same shot except with the 3 pins in the back. So they have got matching spares in the 7th. And Kim Pelletier goes through the middle, takes out 3. That gives her 88 through the 7th. Kristy Lipke with an 8 fill. She has 77 through 7. Kim with 2 more. Kim will have a 9 box. Kristy Lipke with a 10. Let's see the replay. She cuts the 5 over into the 7. Nice shot, even though it's only a 10. So through 8, she has 87 to Kim Pelletier's 97. And Kristy throws a little bit of a pitch out there. She's not too excited about that shot, but she just made this spare a couple minutes ago, you'll recall, on the other side. And that's going to be a 5 box for Kim in the 9th. That gives her 102. Kristy Lipke with 96 through 9. And a couple of 6 drops. But neither of these is an easy spare by any means. Kim had that split. She punched the 2 pins straight back. Kristy Lipke with the diamond right side, or the bucket if you prefer. As they finish up, we'll take a look at the scoreboard as Joe Smith and Bob Whitcomb come up, and you can see that it is now a 24-pin lead for Norm, Kim, and Joe over Jim, Kristy, and Bob. Joe Smith on lane 8. This is pretty much a home game for Joe as he bowls out of Academy in the Friday Night Pro League, Traveling Pro League. Or used to anyway. I'm not sure if he's still bowling out of Academy this year. Bob Whitcomb, you probably know, is a member of the Hyde Park 20th Century Lanes team in the Friday Night Traveling League with Craig Holbrook, John Zappi, and some other notables. that'll be a 9 box for Bob Whitcomb against the 10 for Joe Smith. Joe and Bob both missing the head pin. Joe Smith with a nice bid to convert that 4 drop, and can't quite get the 5 pin to go off the wall. Bob Whitcomb 1, 3, 6, 8, and that's a nice bid there, but the 8 pin won't go. That'll be a 10 for Joe Smith. Joe Smith, nice ball in the 1-3 pocket, drops 8. He has got the 4-5. Piece of wood to the right of the 5 pin that might. I'm going to try and cut that over, see if we can utilize the wood. And that goes. Very nice shot by Joe Smith, and we'll have another look at it in just a moment as Bob Whitcomb converts that spare. And you'll see Joe goes nice and low on that piece of wood, kicks that 5 into the 4. Spare in the 8th. Nice ball in the 1-3 pocket by Joe Smith, 9 drop on the spare. 111 through 8. Bob Whitcomb with a 7. He has 99 through the 8th. Joe Smith all over the 7 pin. Another spare, right in the face as he indicates. Joe, as I mentioned, not one of the more flamboyant personalities in the anchor spot, but he's really a solid bowler. And Bob Whitcomb, as you see, converting that. Joe Smith with a strike in the 10th. That ball mixed really well, kind of a medium mixer, and his ball carries extremely well on that type of hit. Bob Whitcomb with an 8 drop. He has 117 through 9. Joe Smith with 131 through 9, plus the strike in the 10th. Bob Whitcomb with his 3rd consecutive spare. He now has 127 with a ball remaining. Joe Smith on the head pin, dropping 6. Bob Whitcomb with a 7 drop for a 134. Joe Smith with a 9, and that is a 150 game for Joe Smith with the last 3 marks in a row. And there is the overhead scoreboard. And I'll also show you this one. I do these in PowerPoint. And through one string, it is a 31 pin lead for Kim, Norm, and Joe. But as I say, this is a 2-string match, and you will not want to miss the 2nd string, which we will have later in the week.